All right, guys, forming ionic compounds. This is something that is going to take a little bit of practice. All right, and when you form the ionic compounds, all right, these are the same as empirical formulas. All right, that's just how it's going to be, because whenever we write an ionic formula, what it's going to be is the same as the empirical. That's just what we got going on. All right, so what we need here is we need a neutral charge, which means all of our charges from our cations and our anions need to be the same. They need to add up to zero. Neutral charge, got it? And just so you are understanding, or so you're aware, cations written first. All right? That's just how we do this. I don't have a good explanation. It's just what happens. All right? So when we do this, we're going to write the cations first. That's just part of our spiel. Okay? So what I'm going to do here for this first one, potassium, you have to go look at that list of cations and anions to remember the charges for stuff. Potassium's got a +1 charge, and chlorine's got a -1 charge. We don't write ones. It's an implied. All right. So if you just see a plus, that means it's +1. Now, in order to get a neutral charge, we need to make sure all of these add up to 0. And the way that we can do that, here we need 1 potassium because that's +1 and 1 chlorine because that's -1. And we get a formula of KCl. We need 1 of each. All right. Now here, iron has a couple of charges. I'm going to tell you which one we're going to do first. Iron's +3 and oxygen is -2. All right. So now we got to figure out the lowest common multiple here. When we look at iron and oxygen, what is the lowest common multiple between 3 and 2? Well, it's 6. How do I get +6? I need 2 irons. How do I get -6? I need 3 oxygens. That is our formula for iron +3 and oxygen -2. Over here, magnesium's +2 and oxygen's -2. Well, in order to get to 0, how many of each of these do we need? Well, we need 1 of each. So it becomes MgO. Okay. Now for aluminum and chlorine, here we go. This is +3. This is -1. All right. Well, 1 aluminum has a +3 charge. How many chlorines do we need to cancel out that charge? We need 3 of them. All right. We have not yet talked about polyatomic ions, but we can do this. All right. NO3 works as a single unit. Calcium's +2 and NO3 is -1. All right. So what we need is we need 1 calcium. There's our calcium. But now we need to figure out how many NO3s we're supposed to have. And in order to cancel out or to neutralize that +2, we're going to need 2 of those NO3 units, which we can write like this. As we jump over here, Sr, if we look on the periodic table, that's +2. Fluorine's -1. And what we get here is SrF2. And that's how we make ionic formulas. We will do very many practice problems here. All right, so we're going to do a lot of practice. So don't worry, we will go over it.